So welcome back to another video. This time, another little job before we go away. I'm going to put some pipe lagging on some pipes under the van, just with some cable ties that had lain around from other jobs. When we were travelling out west late last year, and I haven't ever made a video out of it, so we had rocks bounce up and bust off an isolation tap or taps on our water tanks under the van, and also knocked a hole in our grey water line. So yeah, look what I've seen other people do is put pool noodles in. I've actually just had that piece of lagging floating around for another job that didn't turn out to need as much as I thought I did. So I'm going to use that. Cable ties, again, pretty simple job. This time, tools. I'm going to use a Leatherman, predominantly because it's got a knife, just to cut the pipe lagging with, and I've got a pair of side cutters just to nip the ends of the cable ties off. So anyway, we'll jump under the van and I'll give you a quick look at how I'm going to do this. Alright, so I've cut it off. So all we're going to do is just pop that up over. It's a bit rough, but yeah, that's all we need to do. Pop that over there. So with those couple of cable ties, that'll just stop it rattling off. And if a stone does bounce up and hit it, hopefully it won't do as much damage. So the only other thing left to do is just trim those cable ties off a little bit. I'm going to do a similar sort of thing here. And then last but not least, we've got that little fella there. Now we get dirty water in it or something like that, we can just flip that valve open, that'll drain all of the water out. But yeah, okay, so hopefully that'll fix that bit. One more little piece to go. I'll show you why in a second. So down here in the back of the van is the grey water tank. Okay. And with every grey water tank is this little setup here. So that's where our hose goes on. So you can sort of see wherever that is there. I had to putty it up because the stone had bounced up and punched a hole in it. Now unfortunately I actually had some waterproof putty on hand. I thought what I'll do is it's just going to be long enough, so we'll pop that bit of lagging on there, and that'll just protect that a little. Alrighty, So what I'm going to do is just pop that along the front of it, like that. Front and the bottom is what we're looking to only protect. And I suppose it's just the location of the grey water tank. You know, this is sitting down behind the tyre or the axle. So it is fairly exposed. And it's something that I didn't really think about. You know, you think about your water all the time, because you're using it for drinking and showering and cooking, washing dishes and all that sort of stuff. You don't really sort of think so much about protecting your grey water stuff. And as you can see, this is sort of fairly exposed. I think you don't need a lot of protection, just a little bit, and that's it. So again, job that cost I don't know, a couple of dollars. I think it was about $5 for the lagging. Not a whole lot for the cable ties. You buy them anywhere. For a couple of dollars a packet, and don't need a lot of techie tools either, really. I've done that with my Leatherman and a pair of side cutters, but you could easily have done it with just the Leatherman, or alternatively just realistically a bread knife. So there you go. I have seen people grab pool noodles and cover everything with pool noodles. I don't think I need to do that. I think what I've got covered now will pretty much hold everything together. And we don't do that many sort of off-road trips, so no big deal, I wouldn't have thought. So let's get you out from under the caravan. Not exactly a rocket science video, but hopefully that's giving you some food for thought. You don't have to use pool noodles, you don't need a whole lot of money, and I reckon that'll just keep us a little bit more protected when we're travelling on, say, gravel roads or loose gravel, things like that. Yeah, so anyway, we'll see how we go. If you thought this was useful, please hit that like and subscribe button. That does help me out a bit. If you've got any questions or comments or whatever, the wind's just gone, feel free to drop them in the comments below.